small family sushi restaurant versus large sushi chain restaurant in Japan. We are in Osaka, Japan, and we are going to try out a small local family sushi restaurant as well as one of Japan's largest conveyor belt sushi chain restaurants. And at the end of this video, we will give our verdict on the best priced value restaurant.
That thing becomes butter on your tongue.
We are starting with one of the largest sushi chain restaurants in Japan, with over 500 conveyor belt sushi restaurants across the nation, and even more throughout Asia. With the headquarters of this mega company located in Osaka, we wanted to try it here for the first time. First off, we were able to get a booth to ourselves, which after a few days in Japan feels like a luxury double-wide throne. While Phil starts clicking away ordering on the tablet, I scoop some powdered green tea into our cups. Yeah, I don't know why I poured the water in first. I've never in my life put milk before cereal, but here we are pouring water before powder. But regardless of the order made, we have some hot green tea. And I may have left Phil with the tablet a little too long because before I could even finish making this tea, we had plates of sushi coming directly to our table. The tablet to order does have an English option, and often there are daily specials, like this Tuna Nigiri, which was only 100 yen or 66 cents USD.
Right, so we came to a sushi place, Conveyor Belt Sushi. It's the chain sushi roll, and this is the first time we're trying sushi here. We will go to more proper restaurants while we're here, but we also need to eat kind of on a budget.
Also, I just want to experience this for the first time.
To experience this, it's fun. There's the express lane, your stuff arrives here. There's the normal lane. We just got the first 4 plates. There's some small sushi here. And I don't know, which one should I start with?
Go with one of the doubles.
I'm gonna go with the tuna here. Half a nigiri with tuna on it. My first ever sushi in Japan. Okay, tastes very different than any sushi I had before. Maybe never had the proper tuna, only the ones from the cheap restaurant buffets in Germany. But decently pretty good. Good amount of fish on there, especially on this half rice portion. So here's a salmon chunk.
Which is apparently not as traditional for Japanese sushi.
To me, from European standpoints, this is a pretty thick slice of salmon. And then the rice, not that much. It's good. I think the difference is that the fish pieces are just thicker and the rice is a little cold and flavorless currently, but the fish tastes really nice.
I'm gonna give this one a try. It's a promotional tuna. Just put it right there, get some soy sauce on it. Let's go.
First full-size chunk.
That's much better. Oh, that tastes good. Yeah, tuna on point. Not too shabby.
And while we wait for all of Phil's plate orders to keep rolling in, I try one of my favorite types of sushi, Unagi Nigiri.
I'm gonna try one of these eel. Eel is actually my favorite type of sushi, but it's pretty expensive usually. We'll see how this is. Okay. Is it the best? No. Is it pretty good? Yeah, but I might be biased.
Yeah, not all of them are amazing, but that didn't stop Phil from experimenting with some interesting orders, like this grilled chicken with cheese.
The grilled chicken, not really necessary.
Not the fancy pink.
What are you ordering? Everything keeps coming every minute. He just...
Oh, look at that. Tuna roll.
And so far, Phil has been ordering smaller plates of sushi, ranging from 100 to 300 yen per plate. The plates are color coordinated with the price, so the white ones were 100 yen, the yellow ones were 150 yen, and the red plates were 210 yen. The red plates got a little more experimental or special, like this salmon mozzarella sushi, octopus sushi, or even sea urchin. And the most expensive plate color was the black plate, with prices around 250 yen or more. But Phil wanted to end with a bang and went for a large tuna plate, which costed 1,170 yen, which is just under $8 US.
Check this out. We got this southern bluefin tuna selection here, 6 pieces, and they bring it to the table for you. And I think we're gonna go with this one because it looks amazing.
That looks awesome.
And some wasabi on the side. That's a lot. I don't know how strong this is. Okay, I never know where to put the wasabi on the rice.
Usually it's under the fish in between the rice.
I think with dipping it in soy sauce, you're only supposed to touch with the fish actually. Yeah. Not like that, but I'm just gonna do that.
Oh no.
That's exactly how you do it.
Upper.
This looks awesome. I'm very curious. Dude, much better. That thing becomes butter on your tongue. The fish is just so soft. Very fatty, I think. That's awesome. Let me try actually this piece here. That looks actually...
That one looks really good.
Tastes meatier.
And before Phil eats this entire tuna plate, I add some wasabi under the tuna and give this one a try.
Definitely better than the first two tunas I had. Maybe it pays to pay a little more at this conveyor belt sushi. Definitely tastes a lot better.
Right, that's the damage. And now in typical Japanese fashion, you get your tablet out here. I'm gonna play some Mario Kart, but then afterwards, check out please. And that'd be 3,500 yen. Fairly affordable, but not quite as cheap as I thought it would be.
And that, kids, is why we don't just order everything we see. But honestly, 3,440 yen for all of these plates is a great deal in my opinion. It comes out to just under $23 US for the two of us. And the best part is that card payment is accepted. Plus, we just go up to the checkout stations and pay without any human interaction.
All right, that was Sushi Row, and that restaurant has a 3.8 rating on Google. And I have to say, that's about right. Like, it wasn't mind-blowing, so I'm not blown away by the sushi yet. That was just my first experience. Some of it was really good. The tuna one, that was a promotional one, that was good. Yeah. But some of it was a little mediocre, so...
And before heading over to the family-run sushi restaurant, we wanted to ask you to please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more food and travel around the world.
If you want to further support us, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/IanandPhil. And shout out to these family tier Patreon members: Ethan Mitchell, Heather Kuffner, Hessen Matro, Tarek Malkosh, Klaus Eisert, Lee Lim, Robert J. Casper, Sherry and Keith Dennis, Jessica Saransak, Jeff Stenden, Debbie and Ray Gordon, Micah Munn, and Jamie DeVries. Thank you all for your support, and now let's eat.
The next restaurant brings us underground, which is pretty common in Japanese cities.
So right now we're walking through this underground shopping alley.
There are a lot of restaurants, shops, and even supermarkets in these long pedestrian streets connected to public transportation stations. This next restaurant is called Uoki Sushi, run by an older couple. While there wasn't an English menu like at Sushi Row, we found that a friendly smile and Google Translate works wonders for language barrier communication. We both ended up ordering one of the lunch sets, and while the wife brought us hot green tea and miso soup, the husband started making the sushi plates for us right in front of us. They told us it was okay to film, but it still felt awkward to speak in such an intimate and quiet restaurant. And honestly, I was just enthralled by how quickly he was able to make these plates. Watching him slice the fish was a treat in itself.
Awesome looking wooden trays of sushi selection.
And seriously, less than 6 minutes later, he handed us 2 fully loaded plates of sushi, consisting of 11 nigiri pieces and 1 tuna hand roll. Phil quickly learns how to use the soy sauce dispenser and starts with one of his favorite types of fish.
Going for the Dana test, Salmon Nigiri index right here. And this time I'm dipping the sushi, the fish pot, into the soy sauce.
And while salmon sushi isn't traditional in Japan, today salmon nigiri is one of the most popular types of sushi consumed in Japan.
If you don't want your tuna, I'll eat it for you.
Yeah, can you please? Let's get the fillers out of the way. The egg one.
While Phil gobbles up what he calls fillers, like this Tamago Nigiri, I start with this tuna piece. And I was happy to see that there was already wasabi between the fish and the rice. This is how it's traditionally made and eaten. And I'm working on my soy sauce dip, trying to only touch the fish and not the rice. And boy, was it delicious enough for a happy dance.
It's definitely one that melts away, right? The dark tuna one. Damn, that's good.
I do have to say that the Unagi Nigiri here was much better and not dry like the one we ate at Sushi Row.
Definitely better than the Sushi Roll thing.
This plate was full of so many different pieces, like the squid nigiri, mackerel nigiri, and octopus pieces, and some other popular ones like the shrimp and tuna nigiri. And you know the saying, we eat with our eyes? Well, our eyes were feasting because the colors on this plate were absolutely beautiful.
Check how beautiful this one looks, nicely wrapped, dressed, you could say.
As more customers came in, we tried to be respectful and not too loud. The one thing I noticed about smaller restaurants in Japan is that it's often so quiet. Even the people that come in groups together are pretty quiet when talking to one another, and the only time you'll hear loud voices is the greetings and salutations expectations of customers and workers.
I cannot believe how good this one is. It's a lunch deal. It's 1,000 yen, 990 actually, for 12 pieces of awesome sushi. This is 6 euros, way better than the sushiro. It's up there with the best sushi I've had. Awesome, dude. And every piece tastes really good, even the ones I usually don't like as much, like the mackerel or the squid one. But man, so happy we found this. They're not always open, but really glad we did this now, and I feel like I want to come back. So the place is right there in this little underground mall.
Left side.
And that was absolutely awesome. Best bang for your buck.
Dude.
Sushi I've ever had, and overall one of the best sushis I've ever had.
He made it fresh there so quickly. When we first arrived, there weren't many people. There was just one other guy, and then by the time we left, there was a whole bunch of like salary men, random people just eating sushi and getting these awesome sushi plates. Oh, that was so good.
Very nice. Good. Which one did you? You started with the best one. It's a piece of fish in the miso too.